Hi everyone, I have returned with Revisit of a show called Superstore. It's available on Netflix. All six seasons are there. The show is created by Justin Spitzer and it stars America Ferrera, Ben Feldman in the main characters, as well as Lauren Ash, Nico Santos, Colton Dunn, Nicole Sakura, Mark McKinney, and Kaliko Kwoi. Sorry if I'm mispronounced her last name. Um, so the show is about a big box store like Cloud9 or something like we have like Walmart or Superstore in Canada, and it's a show about a store Cloud9 and but it's of course in US and the location they choose is St. Louis, Missouri. Um, and it talks about the show is a caricature of what the US is about, how they treat their people who work in these minimum wage jobs, what kind of lives they live, what kind of work ethics they have, what kind of racism they see and notice, and the way just people live in America. It really opens up on US what US really is. It's really interesting take, and it makes it funny at the same time. So I watched it um, when it first came out, and after the pandemic, we didn't even know if it was going to come back, to be honest with you, but it did come back for a final season, which was fantastic. But the show is really good because it talks about what US really is, how the people treat each other, what kind of things they do and see. I mean, it is an exaggeration to an extent, don't get me wrong, but some things are really true to what they do, what people think. Like how customers, for example, walk into the store and do these weird things, or how they steal thinking nobody's watching them. And the show really focuses on how these people are treated and how um, and what happens when things go bad, and how they come together and how they survive. For example, there's a tornado episode, which is an amazing episode to watch, by the way. The show does begin with Ben Feldman, who is Jonah in the show, joins walks into Cloud9, gets hired off the floor by Dina Fox, who's the assistant manager, and the show begins with him having a conflict with America Ferrera, played who plays Amy, and Jonah is into her right away, but the conflict begins between them because he thinks he's above everybody, and how he is how there's a misunderstanding. But then he goes ahead and changes her life kind of in a way from there on. And I don't want to give too much away if you haven't watched the show, because I really recommend it. It's hilarious. It's so funny. It's so good. It's so on point. It talks about how people react in different situations, how silly things people can do, or it does sometimes it does go too far with how weird people are and how silly things they can talk about. For example, Marcus, this actor playing this actor playing Marcus, I mean his role is so interesting because it is disgusting in a lot of ways, but it also talks about some of the things Americans do, and it's really weird on how it moves forward. The show is really well done, really well written. 30 minute, 20 minutes episodes, six seasons. It's a must see show. It's really, really good. I've watched it, like, I think this was my third time watching the show. And I watched the finale last night, and I was teared up because this is one of those very few shows who does end well. They do have a good series finale, which I really liked for a change, because most shows, their finales are just awful. This one, it does have a good finale. It does leave you a little bit of a lull there. You do feel a little bit sad, but that's normal because the show is ending. However, I'm not gonna do any spoilers for you. That's why I'm keeping it more generic. But I really recommend watching it because the show is about. It focuses on these a group of people that I mentioned, all the six, seven characters, and then the recurring cast in there as well, and how they interact with each other, how they play with each other, how they're jealous of each other. There's also about immigration. There's about drugs. There's about killings. there are so many things that they cover in the 6 seasons, and so well done. And it also talks about how these minimum wage workers are treated. A huge part of the show is about that, and it really well focused on how people are and how things are meant and how rich get richer and how they treat people who are in working in these stores. Very well written show. Highly recommend it. Please watch it. It's available on Netflix. If you want any shows that you want me to, or movies even, you want me to review or watch, please let me know. I would love to have your thoughts because I'm looking for a new show to watch right now. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel, and thank you so much for watching.